Hi, my name is Jared Mello, and this is Mello Mentoring. Please remember to subscribe if you have not already, and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when I come up with more videos. Thank you everyone who has been subscribing, liking, commenting in the past. Super close to 400 subscribers, and I'm very, very grateful for all the people who take the time out of their days to watch my videos and to comment and participate on my channel. So I think that's awesome. Today's video is going to be about, can guys and girls just be friends? And in my experience, they can be friends for a time, but eventually one of the people gets attracted to the other, and somebody catches feelings eventually. Now, it doesn't happen right away, but oftentimes booze can bring out those feelings to the surface if you're in that right scenario with somebody. And the one time it actually can work, I feel like, is if neither party is attracted to one another. But if there's a little bit of attraction and you're just trying to remain friends, it's going to be very difficult to talk to that person on any sort of regular basis without someone catching feelings. If you are able to not talk that often, you might be able to get away with that. But if you're talking every day, every other day to a person of the opposite sex, I've never had something like that eventually didn't turn physical in some way. Now, a lot of times what happens is, say maybe a guy has feelings for a woman, but the woman doesn't feel the same way. And I see there's a lot of debates over what the right course of action for that guy would be to do. I know some people think it's childish for the guy not to want to be friends anymore with a woman that has just rejected him. And I disagree with that part. I think it takes a lot of maturity to know what you can and cannot handle. I know for me, if I was friends with a girl and then she had rejected me, if I tried to make some advances or tell her I felt more than just a friendship, I probably wouldn't want to spend too much time around that person anymore. And they'd say, oh, how could you abandon the friendship for something as small as that? But it's like, hey, I gotta do what's best for me when it's all said and done. Yeah, you lose a friend, but if it hurts me more to be around that person, I gotta do what's best for me. And the same goes for a woman that catches feelings for a guy. It's like, hey, you gotta do what's best for you. And sometimes what's best for you might hurt someone else. It's the sad, unfortunate truth about when we act honestly about how we feel. Like if you break up with someone, they're not gonna like how you feel, but their emotions are not our responsibility. We are always first and foremost supposed to do what's best for our own emotional selves. A lot of people don't love themselves, though. A lot of people don't even respect themselves, and so they don't know how to convey boundaries and how to be assertive and how to do what's best for them. They're always constantly putting other people ahead of their own needs, and I don't think that's necessarily a healthy thing to do either. So the guys and girls can just be friends. Maybe if one's gay, much more likely, but in my experience, it's a very rare thing indeed that guys and girls can just be friends for a length of time, especially if you're talking on a regular basis. Now, of course, there are exceptions to the rule out there, but in my experience, most times someone catches feelings and becomes attracted to the other person, and if the other person doesn't feel the same way, then they'll probably have to cut that person off for at least a little while before they reestablish the friendship. But I would say I'd really caution other guys, if that this happens to, or any other girls, to really be honest with yourself. Do you really think you'll be able to be just friends with that person without those feelings coming back up again? In my experience, I can't get over someone unless I'm not talking to them. If I'm talking to them, let alone still sleeping with them, I'm not going to be able to get over that person. I have to have that time away. And then once you have that time away, you have the choice to make. Do you want to remain friends and go back to that person and risk catching feelings again? Or are you strong enough and trust yourself enough to not let that happen? Hey, to each his own out there. I know which one I will choose, though. I know which one I am more like. And I am not arrogant enough to think I'd be able to be friends with a girl I really did care about and have deep feelings for. But that's just me. Curious your thoughts on this topic here? And I can't wait to see what you guys have to say. Have a great rest of your day.